Welcome back to another video where you get to watch me work on cars. My name is Dan, and this is Soundscape Car Audio. So I just finished up this 2021 F150. It was brought to me by this guy named Chris. He was referred to me by a friend of his who was another client of mine. So that's nice. Over the period of about a month, Chris and I designed this system, and this is what it is. We're using a pack module to interface with the factory system. It replaces the B&O amplifier and gives us a fiber optic output to go to the Helix DSP.3S. From the processor, we're going to a 5-channel amplifier. It's the Audison AV 5.1K. It's one of my favorite amplifiers because it's got a staggered output to it. 75 watts of Class A power to the tweeters, 130 watts Class AB to the mid-bass, and 1,000 watts to the subs. In this case, we're using Hertz Mille Legend 2-way components for the front stage. And in the back, we're using two 10-inch Mille Pro subs. I use a playlist of songs that illustrate the different elements we're going for in an audio system. Soundstage, frequency response, and performance. I started by pulling apart the rear wall of the truck so I could prep it for the amp rack. Once the amp rack is all wired up, I mounted it up and ran the wire forwards. These late model Ford trucks have aluminum bodies, so you have to run 2 power wires, one for positive and one for ground all the way to the battery, otherwise you end up with a lot of problems. So these dashes don't really lend themselves to having holes drilled into them for knobs, so basically I just built a mount in front of the gear shift where the conductor would mount. The speaker install was pretty standard, sound deadening on the outer skin, inner skin with a blockout plate, and standard speaker baffles. And what do you know, the tweeters dropped right in the pillars. After that, all that was left was the enclosure. I'd saved a pattern from a previous F-150, but we had raised the seat a couple inches, so I had to modify the pattern to work for this truck. A couple weeks ago, I realized that one of my neighbors does Line-X spray bed coatings, and I had them spray one of my enclosures, and it looked really good. So I walked this one over there and had him do it.
Karen, this boom block's fucking 80s style.
Once I got the enclosure back, I mounted the subs in it, put the vehicle back together, and started tuning. On a whim, I went ahead and just recorded the output of the RTA, so here it is in a time lapse. You'll notice I don't stick to the curve there. It's kind of just an old curve that I've used, and I just know where I need to deviate from it and what I need to do. It's just the process I've developed. Now, every project gives me a certain level of satisfaction when I'm finished with it. But the best part is when you demo it for the client and they really like it.
You're not alone.
Man, that sounds really fucking good.
Home is so far away. Come on home.
That dude like huge right there.
That sounds amazing. Yeah.
Feel like that's kind of where you are.
No, that sounds perfect. That's amazing.
Does it feel forward?
Yes.
There's some cues from the seat, but
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
that's amazing.
Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum.
That is like so clear. It's remarkable.
You came along and everything started to hum. Still, it's a real.
Like, I hate to put it this way,
the
but it's
best
like
is
he's
yet to
sitting right in front of
come.
you. You know, like
That's what we're going
The
for.
best
Yeah.
is yet to come.
I've just never
and
looked
babe,
at,
won't it be fun?
like audio system in a car to replicate something like that. Like I
think
could
you've
close my
seen
eyes
the
and I could be at a
sun,
concert.
but you ain't
You know what I
seen
mean?
it
Like
shine.
I never
Don't do that while I'm driving.
no
Wait
for
till
sure.
the warm
But just like that,
underway. Oh, wait
that
till
fact
our
never
lips
occurred to me
have
historically.
Forget your name here, you'll become a stranger.
And outside it's not really.
I would swear, if I was sitting in here and didn't know any better, I would swear there's a center speaker.
Yeah, yeah.
I would swear.
Yeah.
But just like the way you've done the timing, it's, I mean, that's phenomenal.
Get it, man.
I know you're gonna do it with an easy touch. Knowledgeable lady, love as such. I know you're never ever gonna feel ashamed. You're a knowledgeable.
Even though Chris loved the tune when he left, I leave it open to do fine tunes later on. So as he gets used to the system, as he has more critiques for it, we can make those adjustments and get it exactly where he wants it. Thanks again for watching me work. Please like and subscribe, share this with your friends. And if you're in the area, come and get some work done. I like doing this stuff.